Even if we lose this planet, lose everything we have, we can only blame ourselves. I hope we won't have to face this drastic tragedy, but who knows? Who knows? We all do our best, but it's not enough yet. I'm just hopeful and prayerful and trust in God and all the masters and all the noble and high beings in the universe to help us. But if our karma is too heavy, we can't do much. They cannot do much. Even the greatest master, even God cannot do much. Things have to take their course according to their construction, their mechanism. It's just like if your car is too old, and you don't take care of it well, sooner or later you have an accident or it just stops functioning altogether. So if you want that car to run again, then you can fix it. You can go to the mechanic, then you drive carefully and you change the battery, change the engine almost completely, then your car can run. I had a golf car a long time ago in Taiwan, Formosa, in Sihu. That golf car was old, and one of the Korean disciples was a car mechanic or had knowledge about cars. So he gave me another engine. Oh, it ran like a very strong car. It's different from the golf car engine even. Strong, powerful, and could run very fast. I was not supposed to, but I could. At that time, I was still young. Of course, I loved to run fast. I run up and down the hill, went to see different sections of our compound, and went up and down to see my so-called disciples. Yeah. And I was very happy. I put music on in it. Also, this is the thing we can do with our world. Even though we are already in a desperate situation, we can rely on God, Master's power, all the saints and sages, all the gods in the universes to put their power together to help us. If we let ourselves be helped. After you fix your car already, you still have to maintain it, Take good care of it. Give it good oil, good petrol or good electricity and other things, Clean the car, and don't go into the mud. Yeah, the golf car can't get out, or don't go into the ditch. The open hole in the earth, by chance or negligence or accident or, you have to be careful also taking care of it. So there are conditions for things to work well in this universe. Yeah, you know that. You also have to take good care of your house. Even if the inside of the house is already very protected by walls, windows and doors, you still need to have something to keep it from the cold, from the rain that could seep in through windows, doors, or gaps, to prevent your house from being moldy, yeah? Because mold can make the house look very ugly, black everywhere, and also can give you, terrible illness. It could even be fatal if you have too much illness of it. So everything in this physical world has physical laws, has physical instruments to fix. So the way we can fix our world is to be merciful, because we need mercy, energy, in order to keep our life good and the world functioning in balance. To be merciful is to love others just like you love yourself, to forgive, to help, okay? And not to harm anyone, not to kill anyone, even if they are just little insects. Not to talk about big, majestic beings like elephant, giraffe, whale, buffalo, cow, oxes people, etc. Yeah. They all have souls in them. And big trees also have souls in them. Small plants also have souls in them. Don't try to harm them in any way possible. Okay? Yes. Now do not try to argue with yourself saying, oh, other masters in old times, like Jesus, drink milk. I'm not sure if Jesus drink milk or not. They just didn't say that he was vegan. But we know that the Essene tradition is all vegetarian. So at least we know that. Maybe vegetarian means they take milk sometimes to make cheese or for babies when a mother doesn't have milk. But remember that the milk in those days and the milk these days are different. The milk in those days was wholesome, humane, and people took very little, not like nowadays. We just eat, we do all kinds of things just to satisfy our habits. But it's not good for us. We're more greedy, too greedy. We eat a lot of cheese and make a lot of cow people suffer because of taking milk from them until they fall down, until their intestines or stomach even bust out and they cannot walk anymore until they're exhausted. And then they are slaughtered and you eat this type of weak, depleted being. It can't be good for you. Not to talk about the diseases that can be transmitted to you. And nowadays, bird flu has already infiltrated into the cow people raising system. Even some cat people, some animal people, pets, wild animal people, etc. already have bird flu, infecting them also. For what we know up to now, 7 cat people, at least somewhere, but not every infected cat person will be known to have bird flu. They can also be outside, wild cat, feral cat people, or could be the domestic cat people. But mostly cat people come and go, they don't stay inside the house. In many countries, they are still free like that. So they could catch bird flu, but nobody would notice. Or die outside and the caretaker would not even know. Nowadays, you keep your cat person in your condominium, inside the house. So maybe it's okay. But it's not the natural way for the cat person to be happy. Anyway, cat and dog people need some outdoor activities. And when they go out sometimes, they might catch this bird flu. And that's it, you might also be infected.
There is growing concern tonight about the continuing spread of the highly contagious bird flu in the U.S. The virus has now spread to dairy cattle and sickened one person. William?
That's right, Jeff. This strain of bird flu, called H5N1, has been sickening bird flocks across America for a few years now. Millions have been killed to prevent further spread. Yesterday, the country's biggest egg producer halted productions when chickens at one of its facilities got sick. But this virus has also been infecting mammals, most recently dairy cows in 5 different states. This week, a person in Texas tested positive after working with cattle.
Many are concerned the virus can infect their pet dogs, cats, as it's been found in one goat and already spread to 2 people in the U.S. Senior health correspondent Monica Robbins explains what pet owners should know.
We know avian flu is a risk to chickens, wild birds, and dairy cows. But what about the pets you share home with?
There has been reports of it in cats in 4 countries. We're one of them: France, Poland, U.S., and South Korea.
How is it transmitted? When cats do what cats do.
If the feral or stray cat that's hanging around your house or barn happens to eat a dead bird or a live bird, that's when the concern should be apparent.
But your dog could be at risk too.
Place that we feel that our domestic animals are getting this is from wild bird droppings.
In pets, there's no specific antiviral treatments available, only supportive care.
It can be fatal, but more often than not, they will show signs of depression. They don't want to eat. They're listless, feverish. There can be neurologic signs where they're walking like they're drunk or having a head tilt, and those cases sometimes go on to be fatal.
And yes, there are reports of dogs with it too.
There's no end to the trouble in our world. There are a lot less solutions compared to troubles. And nowadays we have more and more troubles, more and more disasters than solutions. Nature is taking its course to survive, to cleanse itself from infection that is piled upon it by humans' activities, by humans' unwholesome way of life, like eating animal people, killing animal people, cutting trees, hectare after hectare of the forest, killing the lungs of our world, killing the habitats of the animal people. So they are coming more and more near us, and their infection will also be very near us, next to us, and causing us so many health problems, financial problems, environmental problems, economic problems. Just like the pandemic, almost make our financial system new on the ground. Many countries still have not recovered. And then cutting trees also cause climate problems because there are not enough trees to bring rain, and then not enough trees to stop the rain from making floods. The rain has no trees to feed and no trees to stop its running. The trees can regulate the flow of rain, absorbing it, so the rain will come down slowly into rivers, lakes, and streams, and distribute evenly the water all over the planet for us, for the animal people. But if there are no trees, then the rain will just flow anywhere and make floods anywhere, instead of making the trees healthy. So recently, in these last years or decades, we have more flooding because of that, because we destroyed too much of nature. We cut too many trees. The trees are the oxygen producers, medicine givers, as well as the rain regulators and the rain attractors and many other benefits that trees give us. The more trees you have, the more rain will be attracted. The cloud will rain down on the tree in areas where trees are. And the trees also, regulate the rain flow so that it will not become flood. It will not erode all the land that it floods into. It will not submerge people's houses and cars and damage roads and harvests and even kill humans, animal people too. And we cut so many trees that many things cannot grow after that. And use herbicides or insecticides and just plant beans or corn or whatever to feed the animal people more than humans. Humans are as hungry, millions starving, but we use those foods and cereals to feed the animal people. Just 1 kilogram of the animal people flesh costs a lot of water, a lot of land, a lot of work, a lot of transportation, a lot of more pollution for the air, a lot of fuel shortages, medicine shortages, all kinds of things that affect our world, our life, our health, our finances, and our spiritual development. Not just one thing. So climate change is also a birth child of our brutal way of life, killing, destroying everything that is a blessing for us, that is good for us, for our next and next and next and next forever generations. So we should rethink, should do research to really know for sure what's good for us. A vegan diet is suitable for everybody, but animal people, meat diets not. Many people are sick and are allergic to it because of animal people meat diets. You know that by now. Or if you don't, please look into research for that. Like, for example, you can look into the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine app or info site or any other vegan site. Yeah, or look on the Supreme Master Television Information website. Yeah, then you will know more than you already have known, and you will be understanding more about the positive vegan side effects. Overall, it will be good for everything you can think of, everything you can name. The vegan diet will be a benefactor of it.
You know, there's every reason to go vegan and there is no reason not to. For me personally, I have to say, medically, a vegan diet is great. It's a way to keep your coronary arteries open. It's a way to keep those extra pounds away. It's a good way to lower your cancer risk as much as you possibly can and to stay healthy and energetic. From the standpoint of the environment, I got to tell you, every time I go back to my childhood home in Fargo, North Dakota, I see acre after acre planted with feed grains for cows and pigs and chickens. And what that means is a lot of irrigation, pesticides, a lot of fertilizer that's not doing the environment any good at all. And finally, ethics has to be really utmost in everything that we're doing. And if you could be healthy and eat well and leave the animals off your plate, they're going to be a whole lot better off, and you are too. So a vegan diet is a great way to go.
When I looked at the generation of my parents, I realized that they were becoming more and more sick. They were getting heart disease and diabetes and were becoming obese. And I wanted to stay healthy and fit, and I realized that if I wanted to achieve the best potential, I had to change something, and that's why I became vegan.
One of my colleagues got cancer, and she went vegan as a way to try to best fight her cancer. And I remember thinking, you know, if I got cancer, I would definitely be vegan. And then I thought, why wait? Take the step preventatively, don't take it as a reaction to getting the illness.
I was raised on nothing but meats. I was diagnosed on December 31st, 2007 with type 2 diabetes. My A1C at that time was 7.2. My blood sugar was 140. Now that I have been free of diabetes for almost 5 years, my A1C is now 5.2. My blood pressure is 116 over 75. I would never go back to eating meat.
Please believe me, I have not much to benefit, except that the world will become better. For myself, of course, I also benefit from that. Thank you. Thank you for choosing vegan to feed your life, your children, and to feed our world, to feed our planet. No one should be hungry anymore, even if our population rises. We have enough food if we are vegan. And even better still, organic vegan